Okay. To my next BMG Drive crash testing live stream. Before we start, see if I can maybe try adjusting this a little better before we start. Alright, that's probably the best I'm going to be able to get it. So, I already got a comment. That is King Ninja, the video maker. He said hi. Hey, welcome to the stream. I hope you're going to enjoy it once we start. So, hope everybody can see everything okay, hear everything okay as well. So, hope you guys can all see and hear everything okay. I hope. Just make sure the sounds are working. I wanted to do that. Alright, so from last time, I think we had finished doing crash tests with the BMG Drive Crash Hall map. So this time I wanted to go on the grid map to do crashes with. So how we're doing it this time is we're going to basically go all the way towards this end of the map, crash into one of these cubes. That's how we're going to do it this time. So 2 vehicles I have to start off with is the gravel, this version of the gravel T series and gravel D series of the extended cab pickup truck. So this is what we're going to start off with. Make sure I have it positioned good, and we're going to start. Pretty much just floor it until we get over where we want it, and I'm going to pause the game right before impact. Try to see. Looks like we're going to hit it at around 69 to 70 miles an hour. Go to environment. Slow it down by 100 times for simulation speed, and go back to playing the game. It's going to take a little bit for it to get to it. Yeah, we are definitely going to hit it, just barely. Graze the side of it off, like that fender. Because of the way we hit it, the door and door frame just crumpled inwards. Door sheared, both doors sheared completely off because of how we hit it. Go back to environment, put simulation speed back to real time. Alright, stop. Take a look at the aftermath. Definitely no longer would be steerable because the steering knuckle components of the driver's side would be broken. That entire fender had been torn off, both doors. From the driver's perspective, they would have probably severe to even critical injuries. Passenger would probably have some injuries, but other than that, they'd probably be fine. And then back seat, they'd probably have some leg injuries behind the driver. Alright, let's see if it will still drive. It still runs. Can we still drive it? We can still drive it. It just does still drive. Just can only turn right now. Well, kind of, sort of can still steer it, but it's not as good as it was. Now, take a look at here for comments. King Ninja said, so in video news, I uploaded a 14-minute video of random stuff and in the something copyright tried to upload it again. It also got copyrighted, so I just deleted it. Also, I got some more Awesome Team news. So Awesome Team news, season 7, I'm thinking the theme of the season will be video games, just like a Ninjago, where Chop and Starlight get trapped in the video game, and they need to find a way out, and they get like power-ups, new suits, and Baymax and Meta Knight have a side plot into getting them out. That sounds pretty interesting. We'll have to wait until then, until season 7 of that, but it definitely sounds like it'd be pretty good. So, alright, if anybody else is watching, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to. Alright. Now, the Gravel T series. Go to hood view so we can see what we're doing for this. This thing speeds up kind of slow, so I don't know if we're gonna get a good amount of damage to it or not. We might, as it starts to speed up past 45. And I forgot to turn it. Reset it. Alright, let's try it again. I turned it a little bit, but then realized it wasn't going to reach to it in time before going completely past it. Alright. Probably going to hit it around about head on. At around 53, 55, no, 50, around about 54 miles an hour. Slow the simulation speed down. Back to orbit. Wait for it to get to it, which is going to take a little bit because of how slow we have the simulation speed. Slowest it will go down to is 100 times, or about 100 times. Alright. Yeah, just about almost head on into it on the driver's side fender. engine broken on impact, which means it's not going to run anymore or be drivable. Hood flying off from the force of the impact. Radiator 2, I think. Yeah, it looks like it put it back into real-time speed. Real-time simulation speed. Yeah. Try to drive it, but it's not going to go anywhere because of the engine being damaged. Because of how we hit. Even if we could still drive it, the steering's not going to be all that great because of how it's now positioned. Radiator is barely still hanging on. Driver view. Driver and passenger would probably be okay. Definitely would have like head, neck, and upper chest area injuries, since it looks like there's not any airbags, so they'd definitely be injured. Check for comments again. Alright. Ninja said, oh yeah, and for Bill Cipher, he get controlled by the villain, so he's going to be one of the villains in the season, and Chop and Starlight need to get him back. I'm thinking about calling the season Game Simulation Topia. Also, the villain of the season is going to be called the Server, which is the villain that's Data is going to be a data villain that takes everybody's data. Also, season 7 will be the shortest season, only having 20 episodes. Sounds like it'll be pretty good once it comes out. Reset pickup truck. Reset the semi truck. Alright, replace it with, let's see, switch it to do gravel roller. Do the venture version. And there's something I want to do with this pickup truck. or do the next two vehicles. Oh, wow. Rear-ended into the side of that. Flipped it over onto the side, too. Yeah, a little bit of rear-end damage. Not too bad. Still drives. Alright. So what I was going to do is want to send it over this tall ramp. Kind of off corner of it and see what happens. Oh, kind of landed on its side pretty hard. The engine might have been damaged from that. Yeah, the engine was damaged from that, so it's not going to go anywhere. Lost both tires on the passenger side. Other than that, let's look at this. Since we turned it over on its side, flip it back over onto its wheels. Definitely some damage to that side of it, but not bad enough to put anybody in like critical condition or anything. Alright, reset it. Go back to here for a minute. Okay, so let's see, where did I leave off at? Alright, Kenyon just said, now for season 8, this season will be called Elements of Heroes. The season will be about Awesome Team getting elemental powers. The story is about a cave that has magical powers that gives heroes like Chuck gets the ability to rouse skeletons. Starlight gets the ability to feel magic and stuff. Bill Cipher gets to make fire demons. Baymax did some make support by magic or something. Meta Knight has fire as this power in committees, Wings on Fire. Villain of the season will be the Elemento Demon, which is a villain that has all the elemental powers and tries to steal them from the Awesome Team. This season will have 16 episodes. Again, another short season. Also, there will be new outfits this season too. We also get a new area called the Ancient Town, which is an ancient castle town with ancient people that have sorcery power and teaches new heroes sorcerer powers. That sounds really cool. Can't wait to see that how that's gonna go for that season. It definitely sounds like it'd be pretty good. Until those seasons, we'll have to wait. Alright. Do this vehicle. Oops, bumped my camera. Sorry. around almost 67 miles an hour for this vehicle. Slow the simulation speed down, play, and wait for it to hit into this cube thing. Around 67 to 68 miles an hour, amount of speed it's going to hit at. That entire front end of it, for the metal bars around the lights, went like twisted around, with most of the front end into that direction. The whole vehicle is like spun around the whole thing as it hit. Put it back to real time. Alright. Don't know if the engine is damaged or not. Engine apparently is fine. Engine is not damaged. However, the rear axle would probably be broken, and really the drive shaft, the front drive shaft should be as well, probably, since it's no longer lined up with it. So really it should be as well, though it don't look like it. So probably not going to be able to steer it anymore, though it should still drive, or at least try to. The engine shut off and came back on. It tries to move, though it's not going to go anywhere because of the front axle being broken. Kind of goes in reverse a little bit. Let's see if we can put it out of high gear and low gear. Engine shut off because of that. Okay, so in low gear, can still drive it. No longer can steer it though. So it does still drive, just no longer can steer it. And from driver and passenger's point of view in it, judging from how the door frame had crushed inwards onto passenger and the dashboard and steering wheel, they would be probably in critical condition if they were to live from this. And then the passenger, they would have probably between minor to severe injuries, if depending on how bad their injuries would be. And passenger in the rear seat behind the driver, they would probably have a little bit of leg injuries, but other than that, everybody else would be somewhat fine. Alright. Look for more comments. Let's see. Okay. King Ninja Video Maker said, so for season 9, which is probably my least favorite season, the season is called School for Heroes. The season is about Chop making a school for heroes. The story is about Jump trying to find new heroes and to join the awesome team. So he makes a goal to introduce new heroes and find new heroes to help out in a battle or something. The villain of the season is a principal named Principal Backoff. Now that's rename Backoff or something like that. And then he said, so we get a lot of new characters this season. Chop Chop makes a new skull, which will stay in future seasons. Starlight and Bill, or like other teachers, you got a maximum not being teachers. And nothing much to say about the season. It's basically just they set up the season for next season. That's why it's my least favorite. That's why this season is only having 13 episodes. Also, there's no new costumes, no new areas. The villain is basically just a regular principal that just hates the school for heroes trying to get canceled. So basically a fellow season. But this season does give us future awesome team members that would be important later. So it's not really a filler season because it will do something in the future. That sounds pretty interesting as well. The name of the villain, though, I kind of like. It reminds me of the principal in the Owl House for Hexside in the series. His name is Principal Bump, I believe, is his name. That's what that reminds me of for some reason. So all right, reset this. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Reset both vehicles. Something I want to do is what is this vehicle? Let it load. Anytime now. There we go. Okay. Go back to the Gravel T series. Color, that's what I want. Place it with this. Back it up to around about right there. Change it out with something else. we'll change it out. And out as with. Well, if I can get this to scroll down, it's too far. Finally did, but it took a bit. Being slow a little bit, some reason. We're going to go back to the Rival D series. It's being slow today, some reason. I don't know why. Nothing I can do about it. Wish there were. Alright, so we're going to find it. Find one I want. Do the Chief Rancher V8 Dilly. That's what I want. So place it with this. Remove the bed cover. So we're going to go to vehicle configurations to remove that. Wait for it to load. Let's see. If this thing weren't being slow for whatever reason, I could get it the way I want it. Might be under bed. There it is. Bed cover. Bed accessory. I'll wait on that. Since this won't be slow, we'll get the comments again. Okay, find where. Okay, so season King Ninja Video Maker says so. Season 10, which is now my second favorite season, is called Rise of the Kings, which would be the villain. Which the villain is probably the main focus of the season. The villain is called King Balder, and he'll be important in the season. Will be in the premiere, finale, and some episodes. Also, Awesome Team plot is about they find like stuff on the map, like season 5 of My Little Pony. They find like awesome team problems, so they have to like go there and solve them. But while that's happening, we have King Baldur's plot trying to get revenge on the awesome team, especially Chop Chop for blowing up his castle on the premiere. We also get our first song in the show. So yeah, no new costumes, some new areas. The villain gets more focused than the awesome team, but they both get similar screen time. The main focus is Chop Chop and King Baldur's rivalry uh, in the finale premiere, because Chop Chop find specific stuff about him why the others don't. I'm also thinking about John Goodman voicing in Baldur, seeing if he can sing the King song. Then that comes up in season 10, because it's going to be our first song singing about his kingdom or something. This will also be the first season where the villain gets redeemed to set up season 11. As for the other awesome team members, they don't have a lot of importance in the season. And this season will have 27 episodes. John Goodman being one of the voices, that would be pretty awesome. That really would. Can't wait for that. Bent cover. We want that to be empty. Is what we want. Alright, there we go. That's how we want it. Now, doesn't have a big cover on it, which is how we want. Switch over to the car hauler. Tilt up is page up. Tilt it all the way up. That's as far as it will go. And extend is CTRL and page up. And get out as far as it will go. And decrease height is CTRL and G, letter G. That way it's completely flat onto the ground, enough where we can get this onto it. So switch back over to it. We're going to have to reposition it a little bit. So I'm going to have to turn it this way. this way. Put it in reverse. Alright. Try to straighten it up better. Turn it up that way. And this way. Alright, we should be good now as long as we get it straightened up the best we can. Gotta be straight enough where get it up on there. Put it in park. Turn its engine off. Switch back to the car hauler. To increase height, just hold down the letter G button. So it lifts height back up. Alright, that's as high as it'll go. And then tilt down is page down. So tilt it all the way down. Alright, and then the track is CTRL and the page down. Bring it all the way in. There we go. Now, pretty much looks like we are towing away a vehicle. Or really not, but it looks like it now. Alright, check for comments again. Right quick. Okay, King Ninja Video Maker said, now season 12 is where we're getting to some good stuff. This season is called The Way of a Ninja, and yes, Ninja David finally joins us. This takes place in the timeline in season 1 of Ninja David in season 11. So the story is about Ninja David getting sucked into this dimension portal thing and enters a new reality where the awesome team beat up Tinge later and other villains. So he would like to meet and maybe join at more or something. The villain of the season is called Mask Ninja, which is Inquirer that steals other ninjas' masks to give their powers. So yeah, this season we'll have 33 episodes. Ninja David and Chop Chop's relationship is more focused in the season. King Baldur's also has a side plot in the season with Meta Knight. Also, Ninja David gets a new outfit in the season. That's also an episode where they have to sneak into Evil Ninja David's base to take out the Mask Ninja and Evil Ninja David's like the second main villain of the season. So yeah, this is my third favorite season. Season 11 is just a filler season about King Baldur's redeeming. That sounds like it'd be pretty good as well. Definitely a lot of work that's going to have to be done for each season over the next several years. And that's definitely what will have to happen. Definitely sounds like it'd be pretty good though. And sorry you guys are having to wait a while for a lot of this stuff to load. It's whatever reason being slow. Doing this stuff. I don't know why, but I guess it wanted to be slow for me today, for whatever reason. We're going to do the Hirachi SBR4 for this next vehicle. So really, we're going to have around 3 vehicles now spawned in once this finally loads up. And we're just going to do this regular one, so we're going to spawn in it as a new vehicle. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. So, let's see. King Ninja, the video maker, said, now season 13 is probably my 4th favorite season. It's called Kingdom of the Cats, which means Unikitty joins the season. Ninja David is happy to see her again, but it's a different Unikitty in this dimension than in his dimension, so I need to find a way to get her memory. So in Unikitty doesn't join right away. She just has to take everting something. Injure David, trying to get his, also the villain of the season. It's called Kitty Ruffian. Balls, which is an evil queen cat that takes over a unique kitty's kingdom. So Ninja David and Unikitty and the also team have to take her out. Unikitty joins the team at the end of the season and gets their memories back. That sounds pretty cool as well. I'm right almost top speed. So we're going to start it off slow a little bit at first, so we don't lose control of it as we're steering it. And just floor. And as you floor it and it picks up in speed, the spoiler on the back lifts up. Alright. Around 89 to 90 miles an hour. So this is going to be a pretty big crash. Put it down 100 times. Simulation speed. And pretty much just wait for it to collide into this cube thing here. So we're going to have impact at around 89, 88 to 90 miles an hour. And since the engine is not in the front, but in the rear, it has a little bit more of a crumple zone, since the front is a trunk instead of the rear. Though, however, the framing of it is designed to withstand a lot of the impact force. And the front is also where the gas tank is, so there's already flames starting to shoot out of it because of the force of the impact and the amount of damage that's already been done. So we'll put it back to real time. Take a look at the aftermath of it. Fuel gauge is starting to go down because the fuel tank had ruptured from impact. It does still drive and run. That's the brakes, I think, that's squeaking like that. I think so. Something of that nature. I guess it's the brakes. I don't really know. And I guess it probably is, since ABS is flashing because of the crash. It does still drive. It's hard to steer it now because it now no longer has the passenger side tire or the driver's side part of it being the way it's supposed to be. So the door frame on the passenger side had crushed inward, meaning passenger would probably be in either a critical condition or even killed from the crash. Passengers in back seats. Passenger in the passenger side, they would probably have some leg injuries. Other than this, other passenger in the back seat would probably be fine. The driver would probably have little to minor injuries, or even severe, depending on how bad it is. But it is now run out of fuel since the fuel tank had ruptured from impact. It is now run out of fuel and shut itself off. Oops. Yeah, I was going back to this anyways. So, alright, let's see. Okay, King Ninja Video Maker said that this season will have 17 episodes. So season 14 is going to be an important season in the Awesome Team story, and it's about Chop Chop, his parents, and where he came from. So the story of the season is a journey from the past. This season is about Chop Chop trying to find his parents, but at the end of the season, he finds someone else, which will not get a spoil. So this season will have 26 episodes. We're going to get a lot of backstory with Chop Chop in the season. The villain of the season is called the Radicator, which is a skeleton chainsaw guy that has a history with Chop Chop and the rest of the spoilers. We're going to skip. The other Awesome Team members will not have much to do in the season again because it's about Chop Chop finding his family. So yeah, also Chop Chop goes by himself in the season to find his family. That sounds pretty interesting as well. wonder who those secret characters are. I guess we're going to have to wait and find out till then. Which will be probably at least several years from now, most likely. So, have it out of the way for this next one we're doing, which is the car hauler with the pickup truck on the back of it. So I'm going to put it into hood view so you can see where we're going as we prepare to crash test these two. And it's going to take it a bit to get up to speed for the crash as we approach the end of all these cube obstacles to crash into. Around about 45 miles an hour. So it's not going to be too bad of a crash, but bad enough to at least do some damage. And it looks like we're going to hit it at around about 50 miles an hour. So at around about highway speeds, which is around about 55 to 50 miles an hour. So we're going to have impact at around about that amount of speed. Put it into orbit and play, and we will see what happens. Vehicle on the bed of it is going to slide up against the back of the cab area because of the force of the impact. That's how it's going to basically kind of happen as it starts to approach closer. And we have impact now. Alright, everything sliding forward right into the cab area, back of it, causing the door frame area of the cab to crumple inwards from the force of the impact. The barrier here is broken off because of being pushed into it from the force of the impact. Tire back in, the whole thing going up in the air in slow motion. Vehicle on bed did as well. Whole thing pretty much. Put it back into real time. Alright, engine of the car hauler was damaged from impact. Now that everything is settled back down to the ground, take a look at the aftermath of the crash. So the drive shaft would be broken because of how the framing had bent upwards right here between the fuel tanks and the steps. Cab area definitely damaged. Pickup truck on the back of it has fallen off halfway and is literally hanging on the edge of it. It's not, rear end isn't on the ground, it's literally just hanging there. Which has front end damage because of the crash. Get a interior view of the cab, of the driver seat. Driver and passenger both would be probably in either, definitely would be in critical condition if they were to live from this. External back to orbit. Switch over to the pickup truck. Go to driver seat and it. Check for any interior damage. Doesn't look to be any interior damage. It does have some front end damage though. There would not be anyone in it in the time, and like sort of crash, there would not be anyone in it since it was being towed. There would not be anyone in it. Though it probably would be pretty expensive to fix because of the front end, because of the amount of front end damage there is to it. Radiator is probably also damaged, and there most likely would be some things underneath damaged as well, like the fuel tank. Probably it could have gotten torn open as it slid off. Check for comments again. Okay. And King Ninja Video Maker said, so season 15, which will be the last season that would get a new member for now. This season is called The Ice Kingdom. This story is about the Ice Kingdom that was ruled by the Ice King days until he disappeared from existence. So now they have new ice people working for the kingdom. So one day Chop Chop finds the kingdom and he finds Princess Freeze, which is a fan of the Awesome Team and heard about them through their journeys show. So she joins the Awesome Team. Her powers are roller skating. She has the first something. She turns into a monster with claws. She has ice powers, and she's also voiced by the girl who does Luce in the Owl House. Now that sounds like it'd be really cool. The villain of the season is called the Ice Yeti, which is an Ice Yeti that talks. That's all for development, just on Ice Yeti. This season will have 18 episodes. L's season again will focus on Chop Chop and Princess Freeze's development again. The other Awesome Team members will not have much to do. Chop Chop also gets a new costume for the season, made of ice. He'll also have ice powers like Princess Freeze, but only for this season. The main reason why Chop Chop is getting a lot of focus because he is the main character for the season and he needs more development as well. So the voice of Luce from the voice actor voices for Luce in the Owl House. He apparently wants her to be the voice actor for Princess Freeze, is apparently the name of that character for season 15. That sounds like that'd be really, really awesome, to be honest. Though, from what he had told me from the last live stream, which was for my 70 subscriber special, he had told me that each season will take at least a year or two to make before the next season comes out. So it will be at least several years from now till then. And then he just said that the main reason why Chop Chop is getting... Oh, I already read that. My bad. So, yeah, there's apparently going to be a lot more development on Chop Chop. He's apparently going to have ice powers. Going to have a new costume as well. Except it's only going to be for that season, from what he's telling me. But yeah, it definitely sounds like that would be a pretty good season. 15 seasons. That's... if you were to base it off of the My Little Pony series, that would be around... that'd be around 10... that'd be around 10, maybe 12, 11, 13 years worth, probably. So that'd be a long time if it were like that, but it's not. So it would definitely be a lot longer from what he just told me. Apparently is going to have, from what he's telling me, a total of 62 seasons. That's a lot of seasons. So he had said, other things he had said is the main reason why... I already read that. My bad. He had said, why we're mentioning voice actors: Chop Chop, Starlight Bill, Baymax, Meta Knight, Ninja David, Unikitty will have some of the original voice actors. That definitely sounds pretty interesting. He also said, plus a spin-off show called Future Awesome Team, which will continue the story. That sounds pretty cool. For it to have 62 seasons, I don't think there's ever been anything with that many seasons for a series. But if I'm wrong, then it would definitely be probably the first to have that many seasons. It also depend. I guess it would also depend on if the voice actors want to stay for that many seasons and voice for. So I guess it would really depend on that, to be honest. But I guess we're not gonna know until once the seasons do come out. So let's see if this still runs. It does still run. Let's see if we can lift it off. lift it off of there. Kind of drag it off. Alright. Let's see if it's still drivable. Car hauler, though we do know, definitely isn't anymore. It is still drivable and reverse. See if it is in drive. Still is in drive as well. So you could still drive it. It has some damage. It does still drive. All the way back to over here where we had it. And the car hauler, I'm just going to leave it at where it is. Pretty much done using it now anyways. That's just about all I wanted to use it for in the first place, really. So we're going to floor the dolly and send it up over this big and tall ramp. But off kind of the side of it a little bit. Not really how I wanted it to go, but sort of kind of did. Landed on the ground pretty hard. Hard enough to break off the double rear tires on the let's see which side of that was it. Passenger side, I think. So let's see if we can flip it back over onto its wheels. The other three has left. Alright, the roof had been flattened inwards, which would have probably instantly killed everyone in the vehicle, because it would have broken their necks and would probably have instantly killed them, or they would survive from it. Now let's see, can we still drive it? Can still drive it, just not a lot of it's not really enough engine torque for in the rear now because of the set of two tires that's now missing. Go back to this vehicle. Crash into the back of the car hauler from where we left it. That's part of why I left it, because we're pretty much done with driving it, as we pretty much just crash it into it. So slow down simulation speed by 100 times. Unpause the game and see what happens as we prepare for impact. Right into driver's side rear tires, breaking them off of the rear axle as the vehicle sort of kind of slides underneath the car hauler. Not completely, but partially. Shove the car hauler out of the way because of the force of the impact. Engine seems to still be running. Fuel tank, not sure if it had been ruptured or not. Let's see if it still drives. Surprisingly, it still does. Just can't steer it good anymore now. Because of that, we're going to reset it again, and we're going to send it over a tall ramp over here. So we're going to have to put it in reverse. And it's just about forward. There we go. That's what I wanted to do with the dually. It was like that, but it didn't happen. Alright. Ended up on our roof. So we'll turn the engine off so that it doesn't mess the engine up from it starving of oil. It landed right side up, so we'll just crank it right back up. It does still run. It definitely has damage to front and rear. Can still drive it. It's wanting to go to the left now because the steering had apparently been damaged a little bit. Hood flipped up completely because of fast we're now going. And there we go. That should have killed it completely enough to where it won't be able to be steered anymore now. It does still run. So let's see if we can pull it out from under right there, since we wedged it up underneath this tunnel thing. Ripped off the front tires doing that, which is fine because don't really need it now anyways. Well, now since it doesn't have its front tires, it looks like it's probably not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere even if we put it in reverse. It's now no longer going to go anywhere, so we basically pretty much somewhat killed it, except for the engine, which is still runs. Just can't drive it anymore now. So we'll look at the car hauler, which I forgot to look at. Damage to that side of it and underneath it. Dually definitely has damage done to it. Reset it, because we're going to crash it into the side of the car hauler. So to do that, we're going to have to put it all the way back over there, since it wanted to reset all the way up to there and not go any further, which it tends to do sometimes. I can't do anything about it, though. So I'm going to put it back over here and we'll look at the comments again real quick. And then just sort of crash it into the side of this vehicle over here as we're taking it back over here anyways to have another crash. Maybe even possibly kill that vehicle for good. Definitely did damage the truck though, that's for sure. The front end at least. And apparently still drivable. Definitely did damage to the radiator because there's smoke and steam coming out of it. And To be honest, a vehicle I'd really actually like to have in real life is a dually pickup truck similar to this. I kind of really want one in real life. The thing though is they're pretty expensive. I could probably get a used one, but even then, it's still going to be pretty expensive. So maybe one of these days in the future, I'll be able to get one. Just isn't something that would happen anytime soon or anything like that. Switch over to this to look at after we come back from looking at comments again. Alright, let's see. Oops, I moved the camera. Let's not do that. Alright, so King Ninja Video Maker had said, so the last season story that I came up with is now season 16, called The Tale of Two Rivals. This season is about Chop Chop and Igniter's rivalry, which is a lot of backstory and Alina stuff with them, and Igniter will be the villain of the season. Also, Igniter is a Skylander of Fire Skylander Knight from Skylanders. Yes, a rival with Chop Chop in the season space for an entire season. Emphasis and it will have 14 episodes. Again, the main focus will be Chop Chop. This is going to be a backstory season. And that's all I have so far. I'm going to come up with stories for the next seasons, which I will tell you in the next live stream. But for now, that's it. I haven't found release dates for the season yet. I want to see how the other seasons do first. But until then, the seasons are still up. Also, season 16 will tie into the future of tie into a future season with another rival for Chop Chop, but I want again to that right now. So, do you have any questions about the seasons or anything? Ask for the Ninja David series that so far only has season, nothing else to say about that. Let's see. Questions about the series. One of my first questions is how long do you expect for each season to take to develop before each one comes out? Do you think it will take at least a year or two or less? So while I wait, we're going to take a look at the aftermath of how we hit the side of this vehicle. Definitely has impact damage on that side of it. Rear tire is bent inwards from the top. Engine still running, surprisingly, even though the amount of damage to it there now is. So go to the dolly. We're going to crash it into what's still left of the car hauler. So if you guys remember, it had been around almost 3 months now from when I did a BG Drive crash testing video. for the live stream. The reason why it had been so long is really mainly because I had been busy with things, and especially some other videos I had been wanting to make. So the next video after this one, which will probably also be a live stream, will be either my next Minecraft City building remake or video, or the next Lego Jurassic World gameplay video. Be either one of those. I'll look before we end the stream to let you guys know which that will be. Okay, so he had said that probably a year or two, in case we want to have multiple seasons, a year, like 2 or 3 plus a movie, plus movie specials. Depends on the story and how many episodes. It's a short season, probably shorter, but if it's a long season, probably will take longer. AC needs to finish the animations. You need to do story stuff. You need to get the voice actors to do their things. So it's going to take some time. And it's going to take some time. But for now, we still have other seasons to do. So, yeah, definitely sounds like you got a lot of work to do. You gotta get voice actors. I'm not sure if that will be difficult for you to do or not. So my next question is, if you know, how are you going to get a hold of the voice actors to do the voice acting? Or do you have a way to get a hold of them and ask them about it, or see if they'd be able to do it? Alright, wait for impact. Hit it. Looks like we hit it hard enough to bend the framing of the car hauler around towards this way some because of the force of the impact. So we'll go back to environment, click on real time, and take a look at the aftermath of the crash. So see, it will still run. It does still run. The only question is, does it still drive? It appears to be stuck, so we're going to have to pull it off, and that's going to do damage to the rear end of the vehicle. There's not really much we can do about that, though. So probably going to end up ripping the tailgate off, or we can grab it by the tow hitch, pull it off and out that way. One more pull should do it. Okay, let's try to start it back up again. Take it shut off. Must be damaged enough where the engine wants to keep shutting off, because it just shut off again, and it does look to still be stuck, so we're going to have to continue to pull on it until it no longer is. Alright, now let's try. Is somewhat still drivable in reverse. Steering, not so much, especially since the engine keeps wanting to shut off because of the aftermath of crash, and have that fuel tank from the driver's side of the car hauler that was stuck to it, which had ruptured because of how it had gotten squashed. The reason why it's like it is, with the engine wanting to shut off, is probably because the radiator is damaged. Just by looking at it. Hood definitely damaged. Engine doesn't look to be damaged, but you can't really tell either way. But radiator definitely was. So, see, will still drive and drive. Well, I guess we're not really going to be able to drive it because the engine keeps shutting off because of the amount of damage that's been done to it. So it looks like it probably would still drive, but because of the engine is, I guess, apparently damaged enough in some way to where, even though it does crank up and run for a little bit, but whenever you try to drive it in either reverse or drive, it shuts itself off after a little bit. So nothing we can do about that but to reset the vehicle. And there is a little bit of damage to the interior, but not much. So they would probably really only have between minor to severe injuries and would probably live. Passengers in the back seat, they would definitely probably live as well. They would probably only have little to minor injuries, most likely. Definitely would have cuts and scrapes, bruises. By looking at the rear window, the entire window looks to have shattered because of the force of the impact, and would have rained glass down all over them. Alright, so that's probably going to be it for this BMG Drive video, or live stream video. So before I end it, I'm going to take a look at which new video I'm going to want to do next, and look at comments right quick before we do so. So let's see, what did he say? He had said, King Ninja, the video maker, had said well, that's going to be tough as for Ninja David. That one's easy because that's just for me. But for others, that's going to be tough. Probably gonna have to try to find their phone numbers, or maybe tell some friends if they know any voice actors that know the original actors for them or something. But for now, I don't really know how that's going to work. If I can't get them, then I'll get good sounds, get good sound alikes. But as for Ninja David, that's good. So yes, so far into David's voice actor, which is me, is good so far. So for villains and sense characters and all that stuff, some of it is going to be voiced by me, and some others are going to be voiced by cast or other cast members. Probably just get some YouTubers or some famous voice actors for villains. Ask for the Ninja David series, same problem. As for the Ninja David series, same problem goes with that, except 3 of the characters are voiced by me, which are Ninja David, Sensei David, and Evil Ninja David. Speaking of the Future Awesome team, which is going to have new characters, that's also going to be hard to get voice actors. King Ninja Videomaker also said, I also need to think about if the voice actors will still be alive by then. Also, yeah, that is true. Some voice actors you're wanting to use, like John Goodman, for example, he's up there in age. He's around his 60s or 70s now. So yeah, some of them are getting up there in age. Like Harrison Ford as well. He's in his 70s now, if I remember right. I do know a voice actor that you could probably use. He's on YouTube. I guess he's kind of famous. I guess you might recognize him once I say his name. His name is Vapor the Gamer. Vapor the Gamer. He likes to do voice acting, and believe it or not, he wants to get into voice acting for stuff. So I was thinking, maybe he can be a voice actor for somebody for you. You would have to probably either go to his YouTube channel, ask him about it in one of his videos, or even maybe ask him on Twitter. I think Twitter. I don't remember what his name is on Twitter. It's the same as it is for his YouTube channel, but well, kind of the same. I don't remember what he said the name of it was. You have to look in one of his videos to find his Twitter page. But he would be a good idea for one of the voice actors. And he said, "Yeah, I didn't know him." Yeah. But yeah, he wants to get into voice acting. I was like, he'd be a good idea for a voice actor for somebody, since he's wanting to get into voice acting. So I'll go to his YouTube channel right quick to show you his channel. I'm subscribed to him. Another famous YouTuber you could probably try doing is maybe possibly Markiplier. He's a famous YouTuber. You could possibly try him as well. I'm not sure if he'd be able to or not, though. It would probably also depend on if he would want to or not as well. But he'd be somebody you could maybe try as well. So right here is his channel, Vapor the Gamer. He has, let's see, 2 YouTube channels, I think. Well, 2 other channels, but his 2 other YouTube channels are Vapor 2 and Vapor X. His Vapor 2 channel is for, I think, if I remember right, like some of his gaming videos, I think, and like 18 and up and older reaction videos that he does, like reacting to the Hell of a Boss episodes and gameplay videos that he does. But this is him. That's Vapor. That's his second channel, and his Vapor Axe channel. It might be this channel. That's his second channel. Or third. I don't know. But yeah, here's an example of one of his videos that he did for welcoming people to his reaction channel. Hopefully I don't get copyright for it. At least I hope not. What in the world was that thing that he just put on the ground? Oh, it's a green screen. What is that? Oh, it's a green screen. I don't think I've seen one like that before. But okay. I haven't subscribed to his reaction channel yet, which I need to do. He's been telling people to do it. Why I haven't yet? I have no idea. So I'm going to do it right now. Click on all. But this is his reaction video. His like YouTube channel that he does reaction videos for. He's started like switching all his reaction videos to it. So, but anyways, go back to his main channel. Vapor the Gamer is his main channel. He's friends with all these other people that he has here for channels. He's friends with CG5, Daco, 8-Bit Ryan, Pluto, It's Firefly, and Zowser, and Denny the Unicorn. He's friends with a lot of people on YouTube. For an example, is this right here that he's done for original voice impression for Sunrise for Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach he did around 2 months ago. I'm only going to play a little bit of it because I don't want to get copyrighted for it somehow. skip through or wait for the ad. Kind of have to wait for the ads to stop playing. Don't know if you can hear it or not. You might have to turn the volume up.
I won't lay a finger on you. Well, I wish I could say the same about my other half. He doesn't see the light like I do. He's full of hatred, which then leads to anger.
But that's an example of his voice acting he does. I like to do every once in a while. Alright, so we'll check comments again. Right quick. He said, so I have a question for you. If I had to give you a character to voice for Awesome Team, would you do it? And also, the show is for kids, so if he cusses, he's out. Interesting. Well, he does cuss some, but not much. So if you let him know that it's like for like a kids show that you want to do, then he probably wouldn't, most likely. So hopefully he'll still be allowed to do it if he's able to and wants to, since he wants to do voice acting for things. And to answer your question for if I wanted to voice a character for it, and if I would do it. To answer that question, there's several things really I want to say. First thing being, I've never voice acted for anything before, and I don't know how good of voice acting it'd be either. And if I wanted to do it for the second thing, really depends on if I have the time to do it and am able to do it too. So I guess it would just sort of depend. It depends on what my work schedule is and if I'm still in school. So other than that, to answer if I want to do it for the third thing, I want to say yes, that I will do it. But again, I never voice acted for anything before, so I don't know how good it will be. And I guess it would also kind of depend on who I'd be voice acting as well. So I'll do it, but it just really will depend on my schedule for work and school. He said it's okay. There are schools and stuff online that you can find about voice acting, but I can help you through that. Okay, that sounds like it'd be good. So yeah, I'll probably definitely need help to do it for whoever I'm voice acting for. I think you should do the side characters. They really don't have much to say. Also, won't give you much lines to do anyway, so I think that would be perfect for you. Yeah, that'd be pretty good as long as it's not too many voice lines. I could probably do it. I believe I probably can. And I'll see if I can find videos about voice acting for something. So, yeah, I'll definitely think about doing it for you, helping you out with it. Just, you know, let me know on when it would need to be voice actor script for the characters that you want it to be. Usually the side characters have 3 to 4 voice lines and depends on the character. Okay. So the only thing I would need from you is basically the script on what that would be. But yeah, I'll definitely do it depending on how good I am at it. I'll just need the scripts for it on whichever characters it will be. And again, I'd have to work around my work schedule for it, for doing it, and school as well. Go for those voice lines, pretty long, though I might make them a little shorter. Okay, it's fine with me. If anybody else is watching at this point, hopefully you are. This is something I'm thinking about maybe doing for King Ninja Video Maker for his series that he wants to do. So, but yeah, this is Vapor the Gamer. That's him. Here's some of his other original voice videos that he's made himself for FNAF characters. If you want to go and watch those on his channel, go to his main channel, which is called Vapor the Gamer, and it looks like this. So now you know. Take a look at my channel right quick to see which new video I'm going to do. So let's see, it's been around almost a month from last time I did a Minecraft City building remake video for a live stream. And let's see, last time I did a Lego Jurassic World video game gameplay as a live stream was almost 2 months ago now. So this is probably the next live stream that I'll do. Is the ninth gameplay video for that is what I'll probably do next, and then we'll do the next Minecraft City Building remake video after that, and then at some point after that I'll try to do my next new reaction video after that, and maybe some point in between will be part 2 of my third toy destruction video, since right now I only have part 1 of that uploaded, and it'll be as a premiere when I do it. That's how I've been doing all of my toy destruction videos. I've been doing it like as a premiere since the first one that I made. But yeah. Alright, so let's see what King Ninja the Video Maker had said. And when you're comfortable voice acting and you get the hang of it, then we'll get to the main character territory. And he said, I don't know what character you would like to play as. I will know if it should be a main hero that joins the awesome team in the future or a main villain. Also, you should know if a villain has a song which is probably going to be voiced by you in the future. I need to know if you can sing. And he said, which, knowing that we only have one song in Season 10, will probably not even happen that much in case it's a musical season. Alright, so to answer your question on if I can sing. I'd say no, probably not. I've pretty much never really liked to sing my whole life, pretty much, and probably never will, so that would unfortunately be a no. So, sorry about that. Whenever I watch videos on how to do voice acting, I will probably do like a short video or so to upload to like try out and see on if I would be able to do it or not. He said, okay, so we're going to have to work on that. Yeah, probably. For the singing. Even if you do want me to do the singing, I'm probably not going to be able to do it anyways, because I've never liked singing. It's just the way I am, I guess. Just never really liked it. It was just, I guess, something that was never in my interest, I guess. So that would be why. And then he said, to be honest, I am not really much of a good singer either, so I'm gonna have to work on that too. Yeah. Well, I gotta go for this live stream now. It's already been around, surprisingly, 2 hours long of a stream. So I've had fun talking to you about things for it, and possible voice acting for it that I will do. And he said, okay, bye. So, yeah, 2 hours. Wow. Yeah. I've been playing this for my new video for it, for Bingy Drive, and talking to you as well in between. Hope everybody else has enjoyed the stream as well, and me talking to him about a future TV series that he's wanting to do and start doing. And yeah, time does tend to fly. So, and believe it or not, I gotta work tonight, and see, it's now currently 2:19 p.m. in the afternoon where I live. So that means I got around about an hour and a half from now until I go to get ready for work, and then I'll leave at around an hour and a half after that for work. So one more thing I want to tell you about is the longest live stream I've ever done was either right at 3 or 3.5 hours. That's the longest live stream I've ever done for my YouTube channel, for a live stream I did at one point. I don't remember which one it was. If you want to find it, you'd have to look through my channel to find it. So, but anyways, hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope everybody else did as well. And whenever I do my next live stream video, which will be for my next Lego Jurassic World gameplay video, is what it will probably be. And he said, King Ninja Viewmaker said, I have one more question before you go. Okay. So, my next new video for that will probably, I'll try to do, let's see, I'm off tomorrow after today, and then I'll work again Wednesday. Then I'm off Thursday. Then I work again Friday. And Saturday I'm off. I'll try to do it either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday for that next live stream. For that. So let's see what his question is. His question is, if I ran out of ideas for Awesome Team series, season names, or ideas for the story, do you have any ideas for me? That's something I gotta think about. Off of the top of my head. Off of the top of my head, I think I got an idea for something. Possibly for like a new area, maybe like a Lego dimension for the season where they go to a different dimension. Maybe it can be put into part of the story. They end up in like a Lego dimension somehow. And it's like the same dimension that Unikitty comes from. And has Emmett, Lucy, everybody else, and it's pretty much all I can think of as of right now for it. Either I'll think about it more later, or I'll end up forgetting about it altogether, which tends to happen sometimes. I'll forget about things sometimes, so maybe that could be an idea. He said, "Oh, that gives me an idea for season 17." Well, you can tell me about your idea for season 17 real quick if you want, before I end the stream. How I got that idea was because I looked up and turned around a little bit, looked at my Lego set on my shelf. I was like, that kind of gives me an idea of part of one of them could maybe do. Alright, he said, so you are deal with the Lego dimension. Sounds cool. So I was thinking season 17 can be about Chop and the Awesome Team going to different realms and blending in like Kingdom Hearts. Like they go to different worlds on the ship and they blend in with the characters from that world. Maybe it'll be a cool, awesome team. World Travelers. That would be pretty cool. Kind of like blending in with whichever realm they go to. One of them being Lego Dimension, blend in with them kind of like you would in the Kingdom Hearts video games. That would sound pretty cool. Said like they go different world of a ship and they blend in with the characters from that world. Maybe it'll be cool, awesome team, world of Travelers. Yeah, I already read that. Don't know why I read it again. And he said, as for episodes, I think it should have around 52 episodes. That sounds pretty reasonable to me. Pretty much. So, yeah. Well, it's time for me to go. I got some things I gotta do before I gotta get ready for going to work tonight. So, till next live stream video, which will be either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. I hope everybody else did as well. And one more thing he said, as for the villain, it should be the World Conqueror, where he controls the world, blending as different characters. Sounds like it'd be pretty cool too. So, yeah. Well, until either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday for next Lego Jurassic World gameplay video, which will be probably a live stream. Hope you guys all enjoyed this, and if you have and did, of course, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell and click on all so that you will get all notifications for when I upload a new video or am doing a new live stream. And then he said, okay, let me know if you have any more ideas. And then he said, bye. I will. I'll let you know if I have any more ideas. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know. So, of course, for now, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you guys again sometime soon. So, till then, thank you all for watching.